Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Stellar Lumens XLM. If you guys are Stellar Lumens XLM holders, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video before we get started. So we talk about this coin quite a bit on the channel because we see great potential behind it. It's a very, very undervalued coin at $9.1 billion in market cap, and the volume in the last 24 hours being barely under that $1 billion. We see it right around that 40-cent range, and I think we will push above 40 cents here in a little bit. Realistically, if we have less manipulation in FUD, Stellar Lumens is one of those coins that is going to continue to see, big price points in the near future. And I'm going to talk about why and where we are going to see Stellar Lumens by the end of June, July, and 2021. So stay tuned for those price predictions at the end of the video. Stellar, if you guys don't know, is a cryptocurrency, the Stellar XLM, that powers the Stellar payment network. Stellar aims to connect banks, payment systems, and individuals quickly and reliably. So a lot of people see a lot of value in Stellar Lumens, and there's great reasons as to why, and we're going to jump into some articles and news about why that may be. But before we do so, guys, I do want to take a look at my tweet myself. So if you guys want to take a look at this, if link is valued below $40 by the end of May, I will give someone who retweets and is following 50 link. So the end of May is today. So make sure to take advantage of this, guys. I want to get that 50 link to somebody who watches and supports my YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. You guys are the reason this is so fun to talk about crypto every single day. So make sure to quickly follow me on Twitter. It's going to be linked in the description below, and then retweet the tweet. And that's all you'll have to do, and you'll be entered. And I will, message one lucky winner by the end of tonight for that 50 link. So make sure to, like I said, follow and retweet this tweet. Jumping into the next one, we talk about really what Stellar is doing as a whole. So it talks about here on CoinDesk, blockchain has the interoperability opportunity we had in the early days of the web. Stellarorg's Danielle Dixon says, adding that interoperability will allow us to have the impact that the web had failed. So this is huge, and it talks about the full interview here. If you guys want to look into the full interview, you definitely can. I will like this tweet, so you can go to my like tweets on my Twitter as well and take advantage of this, this interview. It's a great interview to actually, kind of understand where Stellarorg is really trying to go with their coin. So definitely take advantage of that, like I said. And jumping into the next one, it talks about Stellarorg, and really it's time to get ready for Stellar Network's upgrade to Protocol 17. So this was April 27th that this was put out, but I do want to reiterate how big this is. So if you're building on Stellar, check out the guide below for important Protocol 17 steps and dates. So really very, very soon, we do have a couple big dates coming, and I want to talk about those as well. Jumping down here, we have key dates here, May 4th, 2021 being the testnet upgraded. Now the testnet is running Protocol 17. We've been through that, but now we have the public network upgrade vote June 1st, 2021. I believe this is still coming tomorrow. We'll see if that really does come true, but do expect this to come tomorrow. Like I said, it's a key date on their blog. So going through, Stellar infrastructure and SDKs and everything else, they talk really about what this upgrade really did for us. And the Protocol 17, I do think, is going to continue to make big changes and big things happen in Stellarorg itself. So I want to take a look at the website as well. If you guys have never been to stellar.org, definitely take a look and see why it's a coin that people are talking about. It's a coin I still think I'm very, very bullish on myself. I think there's great long-term potential behind it. And if you guys don't know, Stellar is an open network for storing and moving money. We're going to talk about some of the big key points of why Stellar is so undervalued. Borderless, limitless, and powerful. So Stellar makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital representations of all forms of money. This includes dollars, pesos, Bitcoin, pretty much anything. It's designed so that all the world's financial systems can work together on a single network. If we go to the next one, we see Stellar makes money better. Stellar's APIs and SDKs are ready to help you transform the world of finance, and the network's currency connections could give even a small company the power and reach of an international bank. So here's what you could do with just a few lines of code. You could make global payment apps, so you could leverage really the many currency-backed tokens already on the network, and you can see a little image of that here. You also have the asset exchanges, so use Stellar's built-in decentralized exchange for crypto, forex, or securities. Users can swap between tokens and using simple functions built into the protocol. Next, we have the micropayment services. So this talks about the power payments of any size with Stellar's low flat fees and fast transactions. So if you guys haven't used Stellar, you may not know that, but Stellar does have very low flat fees, and like I said, the fast transactions is definitely a bonus. They talk about how it's designed for developers, and they also have a lot of projects on Stellar and built on Stellar already. So let's deep dive into some of these projects. Jumping into the Stellar.org ecosystem, you can see that there are 7 pages. We've been talking about how there's been 6 pages. Well, guess what? There's a 7th now. We have more and more projects every single day being added to the ecosystem as a whole. And if we go through these, let's go to the last page now and see what's going on in the last page. We do have one CoinVest now taking advantage advantage of that 7th page. Let's take a look at the first page. I think they have it in opposite order so we can see what's recently just got put up. We have AirTM. I'm not sure if that's the most new, the newest one to the Stellar ecosystem. As I can't talk, I don't know if that's the newest one to the Stellar ecosystem or not, but AirTM is the front on the page here. So it may be the newest project to the ecosystem. Like I said, the Stellar has great projects working on it already. And I think the ecosystem is going to continue to grow. Obviously, there's so much potential behind it, like I said, and that's why there's projects, picking to use Stellar as, the way they want to really develop their platform. So if you guys ever, aren't following Stellarorg on Twitter as well, I definitely suggest jumping on Twitter and giving them a quick follow. Like I said, there's great information to be had here. They talk about all the different things that's going on right now with Stellar. There's just a lot that's really taking place, and it talks about here's a great article actually. If you guys want to look into this, I'm not going to give a great look because I wasn't planning on talking about this, but blockchain will thrive once innovators and regulators work together. So emerging technology such as blockchain can change the world for the better, but regulation and innovation must work in tandem. So we see more about this as well coming out. We continue to see, like I said, Stellar talking about their really long-term potential goals and big things coming. So let's jump back all the way to our price chart because we want to talk a little bit, like I said, about those price predictions for June, July, and 2021. Before we do so, guys, I do want to say I'm not a financial advisor. So always do your own research before investing. And I also want to say, realistically, I always try to go for conservative price predictions, realistic price predictions, and reasonable price predictions because I hate seeing all of those people talk about 100, 1000x potentials. Stellar Lumens is not doing a 100 or I guess a 1000x specifically by the end of the year. That's just not going to happen. And I want to stay true to those conservative price predictions. So I do think we are in an accumulation period. These next couple months aren't going to be as fantastic as a lot of people are hoping for. However, I do think there's still profit to be made. I think we are going to continue to see some really slow, volatile increases. And I think by the end of June, we could easily see Stellar Lumens XLM pushing its way to about 45 cents. So we'll see if we can make it to that target of 45 cents. That's going to be my price target by the end of June. Going into the end of July, I think we could easily see Stellar Lumens pushing closer and closer to its previous all-time high. If we look at its previous all-time high being 93.81 back in January 3rd. But realistically, I think we could get to our recent high, which was 79.78. And I think realistically, 70 cents by the end of July is definitely a possibility. We'll have to see if we can push back up by then, but it's all going to be about when that manipulation and FUD really stops taking place. And when that does stop taking place, I think Stellar Lumens is going to be one of the first coins to really push up, through that barrier. So we'll continue to keep an eye out. We'll continue to keep you guys really up to date on those prices as well. But jumping into the end of 2021 or the end of the bull run, I do see Stellar Lumens doing big things. I think it's definitely a coin, like I said, that's going to break barriers as soon as every other coin is starting to move as well. It just needs the rest of the market to do well itself. So like I said, big projects taking place on Stellar Lumens, and that's exactly why I think it's undervalued. And I could easily see this pushing above $1 by the end of this bull run. A lot of people thinking, 79 cents may have been our high for the bull run. I don't think that's the case. I think, over $1 is easily, a possibility. Do remember, like I said, guys, these are very conservative price predictions. So let me know in the comments if you guys think this is a little low, a little high, hopefully a little low, because like I said, I think they have potential to even do more than what I'm saying. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one.